Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Getting Dirty Off-Road channel. Got some more Floyd here. I think this is the third video that I'm working on at the same time for old Floyd. We're getting ready for that power tour thing, and well, I've decided maybe we should cut a whole separate video and do creature comforts on this one. So where we're going to start right now is this antenna. It's kind of floppy in the cowl here. The cowl might not be in it properly, so there's kind of a little dent there. Maybe that's supposed to be there. Looks like it's pulled up a little bit. The stud on it's bent. You know, it probably would have been okay, but wifey decided, let's put new antenna on it. So I got me one. And honestly, it's probably purely decorational because we're doing a, well, you'll see later in the video, but we're going to do a Bluetooth, probably plug into it. One down in the center. So the original will be in the dash. We'll hook it up properly. I'm not sure if it works. It might. It's just an AM, but it's there. And it's cool, so she decided, let's take this old bent up one and toss it aside. But another good point to doing this is we do need to take this cowl off anyways. There is a bunch of sticks and rubbish underneath it, so we got to get that cleaned out. We're also missing a wiper arm on that side. And then I messed around and I got it to work, but the little pivot joint over there, I'll show you. Don't worry, we're going to see it all, but she's kind of disconnected, so the driver's side don't even turn. So we got to take this off anyway, so bonus, we got an antenna, and then we'll do all the other work under there too. So let's start taking this off. Better set this to the side where it doesn't get to looking like that one. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the door right here. And there's a bolt right there behind the door. That's where we're going to start. Can you see that? Are you looking? Hello? Still early in the video. Where'd you go? I'm going to start right here. Alrighty. So we've got our 1/2-inch socket and an extension that's too long. That'll be fine. So easy on the paint now. We don't want to damage it. So we got that guy from behind the door there, and then there's another bolt right here on the front corner. So we'll get that guy. Told you to be easy on the paint. Goodness. Okay, so we got this one, and looks like it's got a little fender washer underneath of the cowl itself. So it slipped out of there. I'm going to go ahead and stack it over here so we don't drop it and lose it. Try to get that back in order properly, Okay, so moving up from here, going side over to side, now we're into some screws. Okay, so I say that a lot, don't I? Okay, so I want to be careful with these screws. I don't want to round them out, and I'm pretty sure they're a little crusty here, so I may need a better screwdriver. Oh, I got that one. And there's a lot of horse crap. Okay, so there's some right along this bottom edge underneath of the hood. And then there's, it looks like 3-4 of them across the top of the vents area. So we got to make sure we get them all. Ooh, got that one. Sweet. Okay, now also, how do you get this wiper arm off? You guys probably can't even see it. You don't even care. Let's see, maybe it's just a push-on one. I don't really see a clip or anything funky. Screwdriver from another project. Let's see. Well, there's got to be something. What it is. Oh, just a push on. Okay, so I just gently, there is actually a little clip there, so it's good to know. Move that clip and pry it up, but either way it worked out okay. I was able to just pry it up. Now, it was pretty much all the way up when I pried it off. And if you're going to pop these off, you kind of, you know, you want to be down where they're supposed to be when you put them back on. But we've got some work to do on that system anyway, so we're just going to have to reset it and then get our arms where they need to be. Okay, let's move over to the other side now. Huh? What do you think? Get my stool, jeez. It's kind of nice actually, but yeah, anyways. Keep going. And there's a pile of junk in here. Alrighty. Different shirt, different day. You know, I can't just finish something in one day. What fun is that? Went and did something else, I don't even know what, but we need to get this off from here. Just got a screw and a couple bolts left. Where did I put that ratchet? See, that's what I get for not just finishing. Well, I found one. I don't know if it's the same one, but it'll work. Oh, I missed a screw up there. Whoopsie. Okay, I think we've got her loose now. Okay, so because our primary goal is the antenna, which there's plenty more to do underneath of this guy, but our primary goal right now is this antenna. I'm gonna work on getting that out of it because it goes through the edge of the cab right here and it's a pretty tight fit right there, so then I'll have to go inside and get that worked out. But in order to lift this off, figure it out, I think what I might do is pick it up, bring it this way and dump all the horse crap out of it. You know, it's a good thing that I've got all kinds of protection on this pristine paint job that I'm not going to damage anything while I do this. But I'm going to get you up here in a minute and we're going to discuss how bad this area is. And hopefully it's just the junk I see and not into the metal. We'll find out. As far as this antenna goes, how does this go? Let's see. Maybe y'all should come over here and see what I'm fixing to do to ruin this. Okay, so on this side it's got a piece that kind of goes across the hole to hold it against the hole. And the way that that is done is by this nut on this side. As you tighten it down, it flattens that piece out. So basically what we're going to do is just loosen up this nut right here. And I'm not trying to preserve this one in any way. You can see that it's, well, it's been done sometime before. Don't know why, but I'll just go easy with it anyhow. Okay, so I'm getting it to turn. Alrighty, so gotten it off. As a matter of fact, it just came off. Okay, so the nut comes off from there. And then this beauty piece, which also acts as an alignment so you're in the right position, as well as a positioner holder. I don't know, make something up, but it sits in there. As you tighten the nut down on it, this piece right here comes down against the flat steel there and holds it all tight and in position the way you want it. So now we're able to get that antenna out of there. And this, it's totally unnecessary. We didn't need to change it. But it was bent up a little bit, and the wife decided she wanted a new one. And upon further inspection at these windshield wiper situations, this cowling had to come off anyways, because it's a mess under there. So got that out of the way. We'll do some cleanup. And actually you can see it's damaged right there. So for whatever reason it was out before, it was damaged going back in, or I don't know, whatever happened. But we're gonna go inside and figure this out, what we've got to do to figure that out. All right, whenever I find the other end of this, which might be tricky because I don't want to tear a bunch of stuff apart inside, but whenever I find the end of it and the route and the figure it out, I'll bring you inside and we'll have a look. Alrighty, I've dug around a little bit. So first out here, when you get dirt piled up like that, it's not good. And then, oh boy, sticks and leaves and dirt and rust hole just waiting to happen if it hasn't already. So we are going to get into that. But first out here on this antenna cable, it's got a little rubber grommet right here, which is rotten and no good. But I wanted to pick that away so that I could get it out of there, that hole there. Now it's down in under the dash. Jeez whiz. Tough time talking today. So what I found is, let me breathe in your ear for a minute and stand upside down here and see if I can see what you can see. Okay, so that's a cable right here, right? So I'm gonna reach up and pull that little grommet down here. Maybe, goodness. Okay, so now I've got it down here, and like I said, it is rotten, it's no good. There's no way we can reuse that. So we're just gonna peel it off from there and get a bunch of horse crap in the face. Now that's out of our way. So now, bottom of the dash, magic trick, bottom of the dash is where it all runs. So, let's come back out here. All right, so it comes off from the corner there and kind of loops down here, gets right on the bottom of this dash and makes its way over here. And then it goes up into the radio. Now I just hooked the battery back up, checked the radio. Unfortunately, the radio's not working. But we don't want to jeopardize any of the originality here. The wife insists this truck stay original. So we're going to keep that up there, and well, here in a little while in this video, we might have a little something right down here. So I debated on this radio antenna, hooking it back into the original or using it in the down here. Nice thing about where it runs under the edge of this dash right here is I can drop it down here. And then if down here goes away, maybe somebody fixes and makes that work, we can just loop her right straight back up there. So it's going to have a universal function right here underneath of that old cigarette lighter. We can go original. Maybe we can go digital, aftermarket, original, look-alike, fits the holes, original style. Or we can just stay down here. Or if we're doing a original show, there's that guy. Take this, throw it out, hook back up, original. So I do appreciate how it's running along the bottom of the dash. It's easy to get to, easy to go whichever way we want here. So stop talking and just do it. Okay, right up there. That's where the cable for the antenna comes into the back of the radio. So easy enough. We'll just pull that guy out of there. Man, I feel like this camera zoomed itself in a lot. I don't know how to find it in the settings now, though, because it's not on my screen anymore. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, got that cable out of there. And now we're just gonna come right back down here along the bottom edge. Feels like it's got clip. Okay, so there's little metal tabs there that it just slides up underneath of. So that'll be pretty simple to do. So we'll just bring that back out of there. And stand back upright, you know, and let the blood flow back down and pull it out of there. Come here, little light. Just a little light. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. All right, there it is. So now we can just pull it from the outside. And we pulled that grommet out of there to give ourselves some room. It was rotted out anyway, so it wasn't doing anything. We'll just pull this up out of there. We had to do the grommet so that we could get the end through there. So there's this old one's out of there. I might not throw it away just yet. Kind of a pack rat, you know, so I'll stick it maybe over there until I get tired of it hitting me in the face, and then I'll get mad and throw it away. Alrighty, so this is a replacement 67 to 72 truck radio antenna, telescopic. So it's direct replacement, or as near as it can get. Car antenna worldwide quality. This is something that the Rock Auto had, which is probably my favorite place to get parts, simply because I don't have to explain myself, and then when it's wrong I just blame myself. So there's that. Okay, nice, shiny. Ooh, easy now. Don't scratch the paint or the antenna. You can see right here on the bottom, I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same. Pretty dang close to it. Got some instructions. Got a couple of those clips that were under the dash. A little O-ring for something. I'm not sure what the O-ring's about. Maybe I should read the instructions. And then right here on the cable, got a new rubber grommet. Looks like a little bit of a grease job on that, and it should pop right into that hole there. So may have to slip it up the cable a ways. Looks like it will. So that is nice. I mean, I'm no judge of anything. First antenna job, but I would say this guy right here knocks it out of the park. Tell you how I feel about it afterwards, but you know, right now I'm feeling it. So what I'm gonna do, even though I'm still dirty, I still got some work to do out here. I'm just, you know, I gotta focus on getting this, okay? So let's just slip that in there. You know, because this has absolutely no bearing whether or not we're gonna make it on the Hot Rod Power Tour, but by golly, I got one, so we're doing it. Then we're just gonna lay it there to the side. The hood's gonna stay up, so I don't think we'll smash her in there. Maybe the O-ring goes underneath of the cap, the nut cap, showing an O-ring there. So that's another thing here. These, you know, I'm probably not gonna read them, but these instructions they're good. They're good. You don't always get that, so I like it. All right, so we got that shoved back in the hole. I'm gonna go inside and hit my clips under the dash there and probably just let it dangle so we can use it in the center. Also, here's a little instruction on how to knock a hole in something to put this antenna in. So you want to use that guy for something else. Right here's your template for knocking a hole in there and using it. Pretty nice. I didn't even pay that much. Okay, I've just reminded myself, let's not hook that all into any certain place yet, because we're gonna have to pull some back out here to get on the cowl properly. But before we can do that, we need to clean out this area. And I have an issue with the windshield wipers, so we're gonna get to that as well. So let's just let this guy hang out over here and do a little cleanup. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so we got this rubber seal, which I did not get one of. I didn't really expect to do this, but it's garbage. But it just lays right here. It goes underneath the cowl and it makes a seal against the hood. It's not going to kill us to not have it. Just would have been nice while we have it off. Next time, I think I'll grab a bucket, throw all them sticks in. I'm also going to, I'm going to put some gloves on because I don't know what's in there. I'm also a sissy, but I don't know what's in there. So, figure out where to put this. Find a stool. Why is it so complicated around here? I should probably clean this dump up. I hate cleaning up. I don't even want to do this. But we need to. It's a little too much for the vacuum at the moment. Rubber O-ring off from something. Seal ring of some sorts. Oh, wow. Okay, so right here is the junction for the wiper motor and the two different arms. And this driver's side arm had come off from it. I was just turning it a little bit and now that side just popped off. So we are missing what appears to be like a snap ring type of clip or a push-on type of clip that holds those onto this post. So I need to kind of look for that in here. Maybe it just fell off in here. It is bad. How on earth? Well, I know how. 20 plus years of sitting in that spot is how. Well, I don't know where that clip would be. Keep looking, I guess. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to get rid of these gloves. Stop being a sissy. Just ain't gonna work out for me. Oh boy. I might have to go get one of them gardening shovels. Except we ain't got none of that around here. We don't garden. Yeah, I had to take the gloves off so I can feel what's going on in here. Turn that up so it's a little more out of the way. I'm not finding any rust holes yet. Some sort of epoxy from like this joint down here on the inside, so we know that that's rusting just by looking at that. A lot of dirt in that lip down there, which is not good. A downfall to that, getting a bunch down this corner, goes down this fender. Well, the bottom of the fender's all in close, so now we're down there rusting away. So, you know, unfortunately, rust-wise, he's got it. Yeah, I really don't know what should be on there for a clip right now, but I'm not finding it, so we're gonna have to get creative, I think. Well, you know what? I might as well get up here where the action is, eh? Maybe I can take this down just a little bit. Get that up here and, you know, just hang out with you guys. Get this passenger side arm kind of moved in there in a way that it's wedged and sort of out of the way. And then I'll just play in the dirt like I'm 5 years old again, making runways for my cars and my Matchbox. Oh, speaking of Matchboxes, first time for us to do this power tour, but apparently as you drive through the little towns and such, you throw out Matchbox cars for all the kids standing there watching you drive by, you know. So we're gonna. It's deep, you guys. Like this hole, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but this hole where all this stuff is, I don't know, she's about a half a hand deep, and this debris, is that how you say it? Debris? Well, they're all the way to the top of it. Well, that's not a good one to go in through, I guess. All the way filled up. Okay, can I sneak up here on the back of this, maybe? You guys, you go ahead and scream at me for this. I probably deserve it. Oh man, that side's even worse than the other side. I think it's just a product of where it was sitting, why that side would be worse, but it's a little different shape over in this side too, so it's kind of another piece of steel there that's a little different the way that it comes to the edge. So rust wise, the driver's side's probably worse. I mean, to feel it, it doesn't feel all that bad rust-wise, but I can't see it, so I don't know. Maybe I should buy one of them bore scope things. Oh, shoot. And if I just ruined that, oh, maybe I didn't. Whew! Put a little too much of my big self on there, I guess. Probably should have just closed it to start with. I mean, let's be honest. All right, I have not found any sort of clips, metal pieces of any kind. So, guess that means we're just gonna have to figure out what to make here so that these arms stay on there. But let's finish cleaning the dirt out first, I guess. Okay, it's about as good as I'm gonna get playing a kid in the dirt over here, so I think I'll go find the old vacuum and we'll get the rest of it out of here. Just so you can see, we're up to there with what I picked out by hand. So, you know, if you really sat there and counted everything I'm gonna hit with the vacuum, it's a lot. There's a lot. Okay, well, you know, watch out for the paint, but we might as well get up on it. So does anybody use these vacuums that, oh, they got a bag in them? I just threw out the first bag, so this is my first bag change, so I don't know, but I do like how it captured most of the crap in the last one, so I might be digging these with the bag in them ideas. Now they still take the filter on them, you know, here, which I'm gonna go blow out because it is a little dirty. So you know, you could still do it without the bags, but why wouldn't you use the bag to contain all that crap and have less of a mess? I don't know. I burned up 2 other vacuums for, well, one of them I sucked glass into the motor. So, you know, it's preference, I guess. I'm not trying to promote it in any way. I'm just saying. All right. On this episode of the Shop Vac Extravaganza. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyways, let's put this together. So, I guess you just kind of, well, you know, whatever. Circle it around your barrel here. And then the opening on the bag is where you put your plastic Hootis thingamajigger that your hose blows everything in there with. I don't know, maybe it's not worth the hassle to some people, but I kind of like the idea myself, so that's what I'm gonna do. Don't you roll away. Filter back onto the motor. Just like any other dump your filter dust out operation. And then when you throw it back up on here, what you want to do is get your filter down in the center of the bag. Then your motor pulls through your filter, pulls through your bag, pulls through your hose, fills your bag up. Off to the races. Put this guy back in there now. Now, how do we keep it from rolling down the hood? Poor old truck. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me, pickup truck? Bet I can guess. Okay. Let's clean her up. Give me my hand back. Ouch! Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. Gonna scratch off these hard spots. Oh, hey there. Got room for one more. You think I would have learned the last time? No, let's climb back up here. All right, I'm gonna open the hood and get this edge. And then I might actually do a little on the engine top and whatnot, you know. We'll come back to this project in a minute, I guess. Don't fall this time. I got so lucky not smashing that. I guess I should have waited to put it in there. Excitement got me. All right, what was an antenna job turned into a vacuum job. Now I want to show you something right down along that here in a second, but I brought the vacuum out. I went crazy. I got up under here. I was underneath that battery. Bad thing about these trucks, these corners on the front fenders, they're totally boxed in, but they're open up here, full of dirt. This one, I just let it pour out because this bag was in there. Just let the dirt pour out of that one. Back here, got up in there and dug it out. Bottoms of these fenders on these trucks, that's not good. You get a lot in there. Bottom of this one right here, it's not popped through yet, but boy, I had a pile of dirt down there. It was pretty much clear up to the opening that you can see underneath that horn there. She was deep with dirt. Got all this down here, tops of the fenders. Now this rail back here, I'm going to show you. I popped this out because, well, it's pretty much already damaged. I just finished it. But I popped it out so I could get underneath of it. Tops of things back there was covered with stuff. It was a mess. But before we close this hood down to work, right there, right in the center, that rust right there is not good. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe some converter, maybe just let it eat. I don't know, but something needs to happen right there because that center portion is bad. It's eating it alive. For right now, though, I'm just going to get this, this wire loom rubberized plastic thingamajigger. Just going to get that back up there for now to keep our wires and such back up there where they should be. But right now we're gonna shut down the hood a little bit and do another little project. Also, found these. Both of them were down here in that rail beside the radiator in the dirt, buried for years. Because if you know why those were in there, it's been years. I thought it was pretty cool though. Alright, I've already decided it. I knew I was going to have to take this cowl off anyway for that antenna, and then, well, it just got down to where, you know, these wiper arms, this side was popped off. When I started scooping the dirt, that side popped off. This getting dirty off-road, hot rod power tour, across the country, into the south. You're gonna have to have some windshield wipers. I guaranteed it. Now, even though I got this motor working, seemed like it was working, it was just full of dirt and, you know, it struggled to get it to move. It's a little bit slow. I'm sure it'll come around. I think everything would be okay, but I'm not taking the chances. I bought a new one. Gonna swap it out. I'll throw this one in if somebody else has an issue, or maybe I'll have an issue, but to leave here, we're going on a brand new windshield washer. Oh, did I say washer? Yeah, we're going to do that too, washer pump, because this truck's got the washer fluid. And also, most importantly, a brand new wiper motor. So I think maybe I could sneak it out with this arm on it, but I'm not going to fight with that and the close proximity, you know, because this guy's underneath the dash. Let's just pop it off out here. I've already got the cover off. Let's do it. Is it this one? Of course it's not. Okay, it's got to be this guy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the only problem we're going to run into is, as you see, the motor's going to turn while we're trying to brake our knot. So what I'm going to do is decide which way. Probably back that way. Maybe that'll do. And grab my big old screwdriver. I'm just going to kind of bring that under the edge of it there and hope for the best, maybe. Maybe you guys might have to move. I don't know. It's not all that hard. You just got to be able to hold that somehow. And we're able to get that nut busted loose. Alrighty, got that off from there. We're just going to set it down here inside for now. I haven't looked at the new one yet, but it probably came with one. I say probably because it should have, but might not have. Now we just got to get this to pop off without tearing everything up. Hopefully. There we go. She was a little bit rusted on there, but not terrible. So we're able to get that off. Now this piece, like I said, I haven't looked at the new motor yet, but it might not have come with this one, so we'll definitely need this. Hopefully it did, and it came with a new snap ring C-clip, whatever kind of slide clip, you know, something to hold these arms on. Hopefully. So now we're going to go inside the truck. Alrighty, if you're looking at the old key switch right there, right here's the throttle, accelerator pedal, cable, all that jazz. Right there is our windshield wiper motor and washer fluid motor all in one unit right there. So I could not buy one in one unit, but I was able to buy all of the pieces to make a unit. So I'm just gonna, I don't think you guys can even watch this operation, but I'm just gonna get that guy out of there. All right, you're over there where you could stare at my big head if I keep it in the program for you, which I probably won't, but anyways, looks like it's complicated. Okay, so I think the first part of this program is just unplugging the wiring. And we need to remember that the light blue plug is the one that goes up on the motor, and the dark blue plug is the one back on the washer fluid. Which I don't think it would reach up there anyway, so we're fine. Oh, come on, baby. She's tight. It's coming out. You just gotta wiggle it and be careful with the wires. But it is tight. Come on now. Goodness sakes, don't make me get a screwdriver. That's when I usually break everything. Oh, there's that other little screw. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Gosh. Holy cow! How long's it gotta be? Well, there's the main power functionator for the wiper motor. There's a little ground right there, it looks like. Oh, it is tight under there. I don't know why I'm complaining compared to these new cars, but still, it's a little tight. Come on. Oh, get out of there. Jeez. There you go. Well, it doesn't help when all that dirt runs out of it. Or scrap, whatever it is. Okay. Get this one off the washer pump. It's on the back here, so it's a little easier. Okay. Now the fun part's going to be getting that unit out of there with this ductwork and this solid oil pressure line and the wheat knots and hoo-haws, and oh, there's also some rubber lines up for the washer pump. Need to get those. Oh boy, might have to take that piece of ductwork out of there. Ooh, I don't want to though, it's pretty darn fragile-y. Am I gonna have to though? Oh boy, that's frazzle dazzle. Okay, so I just spotted top of this accelerator mounting system is another bracket, a stand to hold this ductwork, and it's just so happens to be bolted right there, so I think we're going to take that off and gain a little bit of room here. We're going to figure this out the easiest way, no matter how many things got to come out. I don't like breaking knuckles or parts. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna get us quite a bit of room there. So, you know what? I should stop babbling about it, and I'll just bring you back when we catch up on something interesting. Okay. Now, this bracketry right here, that guy bolts on to the top of the accelerator right there, you know, something sort of similar, you know, kind of like that. And it allows this ductwork hosing, this heater vent, windshield vent, defroster tube, which is a little dirty and definitely original, but it allows it to sit up there, oh, something like that, on top of it and stay up there so that it does not interfere here. However, for this wiper motor job, was right here interfering with changing that. So it was pretty easy, just pull it down off from the vent, pull it off from the heater box there. Once we took this bracket out, it just slid right out of there, easy peasy. So now we've gained quite a bit more access to this wiper motor, which is what we're in here for anywho. So I'm gonna work at getting that out. I've got it all unplugged and arm off from it unbolted and such. So I think there's 3 bolts like that guy right there. So I'll get those, and these it has a washer fluid pump, so I'll get these hoses off, and you know, need to keep track. Of course, the bigger one is a supply and should be pretty easy. I just need to keep track up there. I think I'm gonna get some new hose since we're in here and we want it to work properly, so I'll get some new stuff for that, and yeah, we'll get it out of there and I'll show you. Alrighty. So I'm going to clip this in with the old Creature Comforts, even though it's a necessity. We're working on the wiring now. We're back here at the back of the truck. Let me finish up this one last wire, and then I'll show you why and what. Basically what it amounts to is I had 3 different wires back here, which would be a tail, and then I believe a left and a right turn, I think, just kind of going by the colors, which is still factory harness back here, other than where it was spliced in. Now, it was spliced in 3 wires. Basically what happened is it got stripped. The wire that was spliced in was bare, wrapped around it, taped over. We're fixing that. We don't want none of that baloney. So let me get this last one right here done. I just putting the butt connector on. I did all 3 of them the same way. Luckily I didn't lose too much wire here, so it's all kind of going back together fairly straight as it was before it was hack jobbed. I just cut it off like right at the edge of where the other one was twisted around. So this one's coming up just a touch shorter, but that's okay. Okay, got that on there now, so first thing I'm gonna do is little piece of electrical tape, and this is just because I ain't got none of that fancy shrink-em tube, so I want to keep the water out of these butt connectors and hopefully go for a little while before there's an issue. So now that I've got that short piece, got both ends of my butt connector covered up, I'm gonna go ahead and you can see where the original taping was just kind of peeled back and out of the way. kind of break the ends off of that there. And then we're gonna just go ahead and wrap her up all of it again so that everything is somewhat protected. There's a nail. Oh, that's cool. Better get that from inside, I guess. And like I said, just kind of run it back over that original taping just a little bit. Now it's all kind of protected again. And while we are right here, this license plate light comes on with the tail lights, you know. If you didn't, now you do. It was spliced into, which I think was for a tail light. You know, we had a little extension cord pigtail back here for trailer light stuff. So instead of leaving this flapping down here to catch on something, let's go ahead and zip tie it up here somewheres. Might as well put 2 on there, you know, just because, well, we got them. Okay, that's up. Comes down for our lights. It's not going to catch on anything. So now I guess the best. Yep, we're going to show you why. Oh, USA stamped in the back of that bumper. It's a biggin'. Okay, now I got you looking up here at the bumper. And, well, this was through this hole right here, just hanging out right there. This was looped up here through a hole on the frame, and everything was tied, basically just rolled together. So, this is the operation that was happening. Got some bare wire there. Quite a few broken off bare sections there. Tape twisted. Now this, there of course there's the 4th wire is just cut off right there. So basically what this was, there's 4 leads in it, but this was an extension cord, maybe of the industrial flavor. But all of these were just hanging out right there on the top of the bumper. And all 4 of these wires were, well, they were all touching each other, you know. So I have a feeling we should have blown a fuse, but I don't find any blown fuses up there in the cab. If you remember right, on the revival, you know, everybody does the revivals. Will It Run? Sat around for 20 plus years. We got it going, then we brought it home. Well, on that video, we had mass confusion with the lighting. So I think maybe we just fixed it. What I should do now is hook the battery back up and just test all of the lights. Yep, we should. Yep. This lift moves up and down super easy. I'm still going to stand on a ladder to do this, you know, just because I can. Okay? That's why. So, that's why. Now, these screws are loose here, so anybody want to make a bet whether or not there's even a light bulb in there? I would not bet for it, just knowing the old fella. And, oh, ho, ho, ho. No light bulb equals no workies. So that's the problem over here. Pretty simple problem to have, I guess. Oh, let me drag myself all the way up here. I don't see anything wrong in the socket in there. It's not even really much for dirt in there, surprisingly. So, as loose as the screws were, the fact it's not even there, absolutely tells me 100% it was robbed for something else. Now, much like this trailer plug system they had set up, The old folks, you know, they did things with what they had and made things they had work. And if that didn't work out, they rebuilt on it until it did. So the fact the light bulb's missing just proves the truck was parked. Somebody needed a light. Easy enough to deal with. I might actually have one sitting over here somewhere. So let me take a look. That side, we do have a very slim to dim brake light, but no tail light. So I'd say that bulb over there is probably just bad. But let's see what we've got. I don't know. What are those? 1050s? Is that even a number? Okay, so I've got random light bulbs over there in a toolbox. I don't know what they're for, but dual element, 3 out of 3 I grabbed are all 2057s. So to go on this trip, I'm going to go ahead and double check that and make sure that we do have the right ones in here. And go ahead and get some brand new ones. I should get all fancy and go LEDs. No. Wife says original everything except, you know, I am getting away with the wheels and tires just because of the trip. Otherwise, it's got to be original. Okay, there's a little bit of a twist. It seems like it's in there properly. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Okay, let me know. Well, that wasn't it. Well, we couldn't just get that lucky now, could we? Roll it over, maybe? No, I had it right the first time. You know what? I ain't got none of them guys down there neither. So, we may have a mystery. I can look at the fuses again right quick. What's these other ones? I mean, these elements look good, but what's these guys say? Nope. 3 out of 3 is a no, and nothing down here. So, oh hey, hang on. When did that one come on? And the side one over here is on. So, hey. Oh, boom. So what we've got here, I would say, is a reluctancy to go to work. More so, I'm going to say, probably a little bit of a ground issue over here in this. But now those are staying on even with this one out, so. Ooh, that one did not like it. That one is smoked. It was pretty cool to watch the smoke happen too. Anyways, what's going on in this guy? Wrong bulbs possibly. Ground in the socket, most likely. But it sure is strange how just wiggling around and playing with this one. Got all of the side markers and that one over there going too. It's magic. Oh, I lied. This front side marker's not working. And the lights for the license plate. So let me dig at those for a minute. Boy, them are some hard crusties. Oh, okay. That's because they're supposed to be. Sorry. Don't know what I'm doing. Just gonna do it. On these guys, you gotta take your cover off and twist your bulb out. So, maybe we should do that. Well, be careful like this one. Yeah, this one has a clip that's, you know, supposed to clip over the hole, but they don't, so you gotta watch out for that. Gotta push something on the end of the screw while I try to thread it out of there. There we go. Same on this other one. Same on the other guy. There we go. Now, oh boy. She's a little bit rusty. Got the cover lens rusted to the light, and you know what? Might just not be getting the ground. Well, maybe the ground. No, that's probably the ground. Probably the issue. We'll have to get it fixed up. Oh boy. She's a little bit crusty. So, I think I'll work on this so you guys can quit wondering what is this guy doing. And then I'll come back to you and let you know whatever it was. Okay, yep, that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty, so just a little update. I did get a new cap here for the washer bottle. I don't know, didn't really need it, but we have one. Got some new tubing here. I'm still working out running it, so I'm gonna get my length inside and then route it over here based on the length. Got one up to the sprayer on the passenger side, but again, I've got it tight out here. Need to clip it off inside and then use the rest over here for the driver's side action, which, as you can see, we're clear out to the door with it. Should have enough to catch that other side. Right now, I have got the new wiper motor. Just got the new washer pump today. So that's up there. Just got to throw that one last bolt there in the bottom. Plug in the electrical for the motor and the washer. And then get up under, you know, of course, the fluid tubes, but then get up under the cowl and put all that stuff back together. So it's kind of nice having the seat out of here to do this. I would highly recommend. But anyways, I'll come back to you when I get another step further, maybe. Okay. Alrighty, so got the antenna in there, and it's a extend them out or don't option. But now it stands straight up and down like it's supposed to. I had to kind of beat on this hole a little bit, get everything straightened out with it so that it went back in there properly. Got the cowling back on. Got our new wiper arms back on there. All of the arms underneath this cowling is back on the post, and got a C-clip back in the groove like it's supposed to. So we've tested that. They work. The sprayers work. They shoot up, you know, they're not like today's cars. They're just a solid stream right about the center of the window on both sides. I did have this windshield cleaned, but then we hit the sprayer, so, you know, I'll have to do that again. Might have to get something real tough over here on this stain part. I don't know. It's not in my view, so it's probably okay. Inside of here, of course, I got a pile of rags and a little bit of a mess going again, but got this antenna. There's two clips on the back side right here on this bottom lip. Got it fed back into those, so it's held in where it's supposed to be. And it looks like we probably have enough hanging out down here, we can come into our center console box we're making and go ahead and stab it right into the stereo we're putting in, so that we don't mess with the originality here. And yeah, we already talked about all that, but I think we're going to go ahead and utilize that antenna. Otherwise, I've just been doing some cleanup. Got all of this mud out of the top of the dash. It was, well, it was bad. So I've given all of the dash a once over. Did the visors with a once over. They already look at least 96% better than they were. Gonna have to adjust this little screw on the mirror and get it set where I want once the seat's back in. Scrape the mud off from the gauge cluster, steering column, the top of the wheel. It was deep, but we've done that. So as far as cleaning goes, we're gonna have to hit these door panels. They're pretty dirty, but I may take them off. Maybe clean them first, take them off. Need to get inside the door a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We're a solid 1 week before we leave for this power tour, so they might not get done. But anyhow, moving on. The antenna's complete. The wipers are in and work. The sprayers, new arms, new blades. I'm sure there's something else that's not that important I can move on to, you know, instead of getting the mechanics finished. But here we go. Alrighty, as far as these lights go, I got some new bulbs. I cleaned the grounds. These backside markers have a little ground wire in there. Clean these, which they pretty much just ground through the assembly. So I cleaned stuff off in there for the grounds. I think maybe I got it figured out, but then, you know, right now I've got the key switch on, shift lever in reverse, and the brake lights are on. But if you give it a kick, the reverse lights come on like they're supposed to. I also got new lenses for those, but not these. I don't really know why. The reverse lights are still working on the bulbs that were in it. But yeah, I don't know. You kick it and the old brake lights come on, the reverse lights shut off. What's going on? I don't know, but I'm over it. So that's pretty much how she's gonna live. Now, I did put a new flasher fuse relay thingy in there, but that doesn't seem to be helping much of anything either. So let's check out these tail lights. No, nothing. Well, the kick didn't work that time. I don't really know what's going on. I'm thinking, I thought maybe body grounds or fuses or, you know, I don't know. But if I shut the headlight portion off, now I got markers on the front and bumper lights, or for the plate. The tail lights are still wacky. I don't know what's going on. I think my flasher issue is probably in here. Sounds like it's clicking now. Which is okay, but it's flashing both, and it's on the tail light element, not the actual turn element. So there's still something up. So like I said, I cleaned the ground in here, cleaned the bodies and where they made up inside all of this. Clean the ground inside of this one. Come around, and on my battery cable here I had a little pigtail, so I added a body ground down there. which is connected now to a body to frame ground, which I cleaned the surface of that as well. So I don't know. I've got more important things, I guess. But as I bring her up, I'm going to look for more body grounds and such. Maybe I got one in there somewhere. If I find it, I'll let you know. Okay, so now more on this creature comforts video portion, getting ready. I'm going to take these moldings right here for the outside edge of the window. I've got a couple new ones. So I'm going to change those out, probably take these panels off so I can get in there. These windows are real hard to do anything with. So I'm probably going to clean these, get them off, clean everything inside the door, re-grease some points that need it, put these back on, clean them again. Same time we'll get these window seals done on the outside of the window. Don't really know why, other than they're broke up and, well, I have some. We're not going to worry about, you know, any of the rest of the window stuff, but that's what we're doing now. Alrighty, creature comforts. We're doing a little hack job seat repair here, you know. Let's spray a little bed foam on the seat, cover it, you know. Give it that traditional cover, and then it's all good to go. So that's happening over here. Up and under here on the creature comforts, I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna go ahead and do all of these body mounts. You know, they're a little rough for wear. I don't know. Can you see that? Probably not. They're all tore up, really. They're not looking as young as they used to. So I've got a set. It's a polyurethane set. So 6 bolts in total, 6 body mounts, you know, up top and bottom, whatnot's in, hoo-ha's and all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and break all these loose, and then I'm gonna cheat with my air jack over there and probably catch it on this rail and just go up just enough that I can slip those out and the new ones back in, and that'll be that. Alrighty, I've got those body mounts changed out, which, you know, we're not really gonna get into too much detail there, but my air jack back there on the rail, a couple of boards on top of it in order to get all the way where I needed to. It was perfect, worked out great. So all 6 of those are done. Next step on this creature comforts is little AC Delco parts here, it looks like. So what we're gonna do is these old door locks. Now, a viewer and a friend had advised me in the comment section on this, you know, you guys remember when this door wouldn't open? We didn't know what was going on. Anyways, I went through that whole rigmarole, but he had advised me, hey, some of these trucks, that old ignition key went in them doors too. And I'll be golly, this one does. Let me tell you why we're going to change them. This old ignition key does turn these. It sure does. But if you see that old ignition key right there, I don't know why that dog is barking, but I don't want to do something to hurt this key because it's the only thing I got. So I'm going to go ahead and change these because, you know, we're in the creature comforts and I still haven't finished this part of the creature comforts, but hey, I did get those new seals. Now, I actually did have both sides. I thought I only had one side, but I did have both sides. So, I wish I would have gotten these, but, you know, all the way, you know, I wish I would have got it all. But for some reason I didn't, and now I don't have time. While the door panels are still off, it doesn't take hardly anything at all to change the door locks. Then I'll have a different key to use in those, a new key. And hopefully this old ignition key can make it all the way, because I'm not sure if I can get a new ignition by the time we've got to go either. So it's going to be tight. But that's why we're doing that. So I'm going to get it done. Yeah, I probably should have got silver. But for some reason I got the black ones. I don't think it's going to matter. There's almost some black down there, so whatever. It's done. They weren't hard to do. Now the next thing that we're going to address in this Creature Comforts, which I guess I need to go back and comment on the lights. There's a ground right there, frame to body. I think that might have been the culprit for the weirdness in the back. Not sure. They seem to be working. But I also have ground up here. You know, we added that one there. Then that one loops down to the frame. Clean the frame side. And then there's one over, let's see, it's right back there on the firewall. I cleaned that too. So they seem to be working again. They might still be a little bit weird. In the sense that if the taillights are on and you try to go brake or flash, it does it through the side markers as well. I don't know. I'm hoping it'll bounce its way out down the interstate. Anywho's, next thing we're going to do is clean up that seal plate right there. We got to take it out. And we're going to change these door seals. So, they're pretty bad, as you would expect. But I got some. Right here. I think these ones are supposed to... Ooh, good catch. I think these ones are supposed to have the corner in them. I'm not sure. I don't really see any corners in there, but anyways, we're going to throw those in. So, alrighty, on this Creature Comforts. Still got to dig the sticks out of there real quick. We're leaving that on there. Door panels are back on. Got the seat back in there. Got a little eggshell foam wrapped over it, you know. A little bit of the cushy. Got our center box in. I think everything's all hooked up and ready to run. Including, you know, we got to let people know who we are. Which honestly is nobody's, but, you know, we thought it would be cool and put a sticker on there. The door magnets, I'm going to throw those up in the top of the cab for later. And then over here, the one thing I really want to show you. Center cap cup holders. That's pretty neat. And then, of course, you got your little foam disc for the bottom. And the wifey thinks she's funny. Sorry. Better censor that. Nope, sorry. Watch your eyes, kids. Anyways, that goes in the bottom. Yeah, there we go. So, that's going to do it. Well, it's that time again. Down here to the end of the video. So, for this Creature Comforts, you know, I don't know if we really maybe made the seat more comfortable and the... Well, we got a stereo, so we can hide all those mechanic noises and, you know, those things we don't want to hear. But anyways, it was just a video for points of what we were tackling and fixing or changing or cleaning, you know, all that silly stuff. So if I disappointed you on the amount of content, please let me know. I can go back, you know. There's plenty of junk around here. I think I've already told you that. So, anyways, If you guys want to tag along and see how this power tour goes, you know what to do. You know. Just do it. Or don't. That's cool. Anyways, catch you guys next time.